to This Day. It is Tuesday, June 9th. Now, before we tell you who's on our show, I did find another brain teaser. You know, we always have at least 3 a week. So let's take a look at this one. It's kind of long, and it says, a rebus is a pictogram that represents a word, phrase, or saying. So for example, CIII represents see eye to eye. What word or phrase does the following rebus represent? Now there are a few letters missing there. So O space, ER space, T space, O space. So we will have the answer for you in just a little bit. All right, on our show today, we have the Orange County Mosquito and Vector Control with Laura Young, and she's going to talk to us about different kinds of mosquitoes these days, as well as what to do about making sure they don't appear here in our community. And then I've got some great Laguna Woods Village news for you in our community information. A couple of things to reopen, and we're going to tell you about those. Also, there is going to be a meeting today. It will be the United Board meeting, and it will immediately follow our morning broadcast of This Day. Let's go ahead and give you our regular resources that we give you over the past several weeks. You can go to cdc.gov to get all of your safety information regarding COVID-19. You can go to ochealthinfo.com, which will give you all of the details, including per city, by gender, anything you really want to know about how many cases there are here in Orange County. And you can go to usa.gov/coronavirus to follow along with the governor in his reopening of California. Or you could go to our website, which is lagunawoodsvillagealerts.com, or you could email us at info@lagunawoodsvillage.com, and you can listen to our recorded hotline, 949-268-2019. Let's go ahead and take a look at our weather. It is hot, hot, and hot. So this week we are looking at some warm temperatures. 92, 66 today. It will drop down to 88, but still warm with a 63 low. Sunny on Thursday, 87, 62. Friday, sunshine again, but beautiful at 80 and 60. And then Saturday, it's going to be pleasant, 76, 60. Now, if you're going to the beaches, I didn't report that, but boy, it's going to be like 85 today down at the beaches. And let's go ahead and look at your sunrise and sunset. The sunrise was at 5:40 this morning, and the sunset will be at 8:01. This beautiful bougainvillea sunset picture was sent to us by Joel Olstein. Joel, thank you so much. Absolutely beautiful the way that you caught the light there. And if you have a beautiful photo that you would like us to air on our program, please email it to lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. All right, when we return, we will have the Orange County Mosquito and Vector Control. So stay tuned.
As Orange County's highest-ranked hospital, Hoag is the place to turn to for timely information, reassurance, and care in these uncertain times. Our dedicated physicians, nurses, and staff stand ready to safely deliver world-class care, just as we have for nearly 70 years. This is what we do. We are here for you, and we will overcome this together. To access Hoag for all of your healthcare needs, visit hoag.org/trust.
Now there's a new way to buy a new Lexus. It's called Car Dash, only available at southcountylexus.com. It's amazingly simple.
Visit southcountylexus.com, select and reserve your new or pre-owned vehicle that comes with a 5-day love it or leave it guarantee. Apply for credit, calculate your payment, and even appraise your trade-in. You can even have the vehicle delivered, all online, saving you valuable time.
Push a button, get a Lexus. At South County Lexus, different is amazing.
Welcome back. Well, today I am joined by Laura Young, who is here from the Orange County Mosquito and Vector Control. Well, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us on the show. We really appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. You know, it's starting to heat up. I mean, this week is going to be very warm. So I'm sure that we're going to have some issues with mosquitoes and pests and things. So wanted to talk to you a little bit about, you know, the fact that it is warming up and what are some of the things that we should be looking out for?
Well, really, with this, with the recent rains we've had, and then the warm temperatures, we are seeing an increase in mosquitoes. And, residents all throughout Orange County are really going to be impacted, and they're feeling the biting pressure. And so we should really be aware of how mosquitoes breed and take those actions to be vigilant in removing those breeding sources, which is standing water.
Is this year any different than any other year, or do you see an increase each year? I mean, how do you know if it's going to be a bad year or not?
Well, the weather is one component of it. So, with the recent warm weather, as well as mixed with those recent rains and little smatterings of rains we've had, we are going to see an increase in mosquitoes. The other element is that we have a new mosquito in town, or a newer mosquito since 2015. And that mosquito, which is our Aedes, or people refer to them as an ankle biter, they're more aggressive. They'll bite, they prefer to bite people, and they are spreading. And we identified them in Laguna Woods Village, and they are spreading more rapidly. So that's how people are being impacted more by mosquitoes.
Okay, all right. Yeah, that's an ankle biter. Is that because they only like your ankle?
They prefer to bite lower legs and ankles, but don't be fooled by them. They'll bite wherever they have access to.
Gosh, that sounds awful. But they're always everywhere, and it drives us crazy. So tell me some of the diseases that mosquitoes can spread.
So our traditional mosquito, which is our West Nile virus mosquito, can obviously spread West Nile virus. And that's the one we see West Nile virus positive mosquitoes every year in Orange County, and unfortunately human cases. These newer mosquitoes can spread other diseases like dengue, chikungunya, yellow fever, which typically have been tropical diseases. They have that capability. Luckily, we haven't seen any local transmission or any mosquitoes test positive for those diseases. But now we have the mosquitoes, so now we have to watch out for those diseases as well.
Now, with COVID-19, I know there was some issues between, animal transmission. Do we have to worry about that at all?
Well, COVID-19 cannot be transmitted by mosquitoes, so that's the good news on that. And with most mosquito-borne diseases, they have to be transmitted through a mosquito bite. And so you don't see animal to human transmission, but animals such as dogs are prone to mosquito-borne diseases as well, such as dog heartworm.
Oh, okay. And so there's medication that we can give our animals for that, right?
Absolutely, and being preventive is one of the key messages we always take away for all residents, both in preventing disease as well as preventing mosquito breeding.
Okay, great. So around the area, we do have waterways, we have creeks, we have containers, I'm sure, that are full of water. What are some things that we should be looking out for?
So those large waterways like Aliso Creek, and I know there's some water features on golf courses and common areas, our inspectors are out on routine basis inspecting and treating those. What we need residents to watch out for is those smaller sources. And I just want people to be aware that even though the creek looks like it has algae and cattails, it's still not breeding mosquitoes because we treat it. We just don't change how it looks.
Okay, so what do you treat it with?
We treat it with a bacteria product that targets mosquito larvae specifically. It's called BTI, and it's an organic product that will provide long-term control for those mosquitoes as we come out every couple of weeks to re-inspect and, if needed, retreat it.
So I wonder if we happen to have a dog that we let drink that water. Does that affect them?
No, this is actually a bacteria that's very specific to mosquitoes, so it doesn't affect other marine life in the creek, as well as any animals that may, ingest it.
Oh, that's good to know, because I'm sure they probably have their dogs maybe going along the creek there and sniffing that. So
I mean, I wouldn't recommend drinking the creek water for pets, but if they happen to, there shouldn't be a risk to that.
Okay. And what else, like standing water? I mean, I'm sure people have plants and little containers like that. Do you always recommend that there be drainage, or what's the best option for that?
Yes, in the sense, Laguna Woods Village is a large community with over 18,000 residents. It's almost like a small city in itself. And so in walking around, you see large amounts of potted plants and saucers, and all of those are breeding sources. So the easiest way is to make sure there's no water, and that's either dumping them out weekly or creating proper drainage or not overwatering to prevent that standing water.
Now, did you say that you're also treating our golf courses?
Not in essence the whole golf course, but if there's any ponds in the golf courses or standing water that has a potential to breed, we will train those, or any fountains that we find.
Oh, okay, good. Because there's fountains and things here too. But does it differ between, like you even said, the creek has them, but that's over on the sides. So what if you have a fountain that has, water that's moving all the time?
So if it's a running fountain or something that has moving water, the mosquitoes don't like to lay their eggs there, and they won't be as productive and hatch, especially if it's filtered water. And so in that case, you're okay. Moving water is great. Clean water is great. You won't have mosquito breeding. If you have a fountain that's very stagnant, or you only run it once a week, then you may have an issue at some point. And that's easily drain it, scrub it, refill it up. Or you can even buy these products over the counter at any home improvement store and treat them yourself.
Oh, I didn't know that. What are some things that we should look for in places like Lowe's or Home Depot?
Yes, so our website actually has a list of all the active products that are available for retail use, but it's, BTI, spinosad are some common products. Some brands are mosquito dunks or mosquito granules. With the emergence of these new mosquitoes, there's a whole array of products available now in, home improvement stores.
That's great. And then you did mention that it's not harmful to other types of animals, marine life. So for instance, what if somebody had a pond and it was like in their yard? It won't hurt their fish, right?
No, and if you have a larger source in your, for example, a pond, you can also request mosquito fish from us, which are voracious eaters of mosquito larvae. So we can put those in your pond, and those will provide long-term control for your ponds.
Oh, I had no idea that they even existed. So what are they again? They're fish?
They're mosquito fish. They're close relation to the guppy, but we only place them in contained waterways because they're not native to our community. So we don't want to place them where there's other marine life that they could impact. So ponds, they typically will go into koi ponds or any kind of ornamental ponds and can provide long-term control.
And I suppose they don't get very large.
They don't. They're about an inch and a half.
Okay, good, because you would want them to start eating the other fish.
They won't. Your koi may eat them as snacks if you don't properly feed them, and they are voracious eaters though, so they can eat up to hundreds of larvae in a day.
Wow, that's great. Ooh, what a great idea. So for them to live though, it would have to be an environment that has algae, right? It couldn't just be a clear water thing.
They can impact and live in cleaner water sources, but if you do have a filter on your pond and it's, again, has moving water, then you shouldn't have a mosquito breeding issue. Okay. But if you have a question on your pond, you can always call us and we'll come out and assess it for you.
Oh, that's great. That's great. And then you did mention your website too. So there's a lot of resources on your website too that can help people understand.
Yes, there's an exhaustive checklist for people to check their property, as well as those products I mentioned, and then video guides on how to inspect your own property.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's great. Now, there is a campaign that you're doing right now. I see the little thing in the background for you. Tell me what the campaign is all about.
So our Tip, Toss, and Take Action campaign is really to engage our community. With 3.2 million residents in Orange County, we cannot get to every property. And we realize these newer mosquitoes, the Aedes mosquitoes, breed in smaller sources. They only need a capful to provide a breeding cycle. And so we want our residents to tip out any containers, toss out any containers they don't need, and then take action by wearing repellent, making sure they're doing their weekly inspection and making it part of their routine.
Now, the regular repellent that they could buy over the counter, will that take care of both types of mosquitoes that you mentioned?
Yes, but I would urge people to look for EPA registered repellents. I know that some people prefer essential oils. Those have not been tested for efficacy, which means we don't know how well they work against mosquito bites, but the ones that have been registered have been tested and are known to work.
Is it false that if I eat a lot of garlic, they won't bite me?
It's a wise tale. So it hasn't been tested to be proven correctly, but I always say if something is working for you, go ahead and continue doing it, but I would still encourage wearing repellent.
I just had to say that because I've had so many people go, oh, I ate garlic, so they're not going to bite me.
I mean, I think a large portion eat garlic and still get bitten. So.
Really, no kidding, no kidding. Well, lastly, is there anything else that you'd like to mention?
I really just want to urge residents that, you have a big community and it takes a community effort, and it has to be a community effort to stop these mosquitoes from impacting your daily life. And that includes looking for water, tossing out water, making sure your neighbors are doing their part as well, and then wearing repellent when you're out. It may not be your preferred choice, but that's how you're going to prevent biting.
An excellent summary. Well, thank you, Laura, for the information. We appreciate it as always. And soon enough, we'll get you back in the studio.
Thank you. I appreciate your time.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back after this.
Tip, toss, take action. Don't give mosquitoes a fighting chance. Don't give mosquitoes a fighting chance.
At Harvard Eye, we're so happy to be open again to see you for all your medical and surgical eye care. We're taking great care to protect everyone from COVID-19 by seeing fewer patients, spacing out chairs in our lobby, sanitizing our office constantly, and doing much more. The world is changing a lot, but what hasn't changed is we're honored by your trust and confidence and committed to keeping you safe. We can't wait to see you.
At our new Memorial Wave Imaging Center in Laguna Woods, formerly Orange County Diagnostics, you can expect the same precise imaging, multiple modalities for your imaging needs, and the same friendly staff with medical providers like Dr. Syed Shirokni. The Laguna Woods Transportation Service offers convenient access right to our door, and we continue to provide the care and compassion that you expect from our new Wave Laguna Woods location.
You guys today, some stuff that's happening around the area. So let's first take a look at the work that's underway at Gate 11. Now the construction includes the installation of new access control gates, security cameras, and readers. Now this construction began June 1st and will take approximately 12 weeks to complete, and the work will significantly increase the safety of you guys as well as improve the traffic flow at Gate 11. So that's a really great thing that's going on. Now, the tennis clubhouse makeover, how exciting. So Monday this week, June 8th, marked the start of the phase 1 of the tennis center improvements, which consist of a tennis clubhouse, interior improvements, the replacement of the existing tile, fixtures, paint, and doors. Phase 1 will last approximately 1 month, so that'll be great. You'll still be able to enjoy that sometime this summer. Now, the Senior Center is offering some really great virtual classes. So they're having a brain workout on Tuesdays from 10 to 11 a.m., and that's every Tuesday. And if you want to participate in that, you can call 714-356-7383, or you can email Allison at cognitivecaresolutions.com. And it's basically they're going to run through exercises and games and do a lot of things that really do help your memory and also just kind of train your brain to be thinking a lot. All right, then the next item that we have is also from the Senior Center as well as Age Well. It's called Breathe ATX. And that is every Friday morning at 11:30 in the morning. And if you want to participate in that, it's best that you email Elizabeth at atxworx.com. And they are going to give you breathing exercises, go through various different ways to recognize if you're having any breathing difficulties, just a whole bunch of different things. So if that's something that you'd be interested in, I would definitely give her an email. And it's nice because it's something that they're going to do virtually, so you could just do it in your home. Now, we've got a couple of openings of restaurants, so I'm going to give you 5 of those today, and we'll give you another 5 this week. So we have King's Fish House that is now open, and all crew members and managers are being provided comprehensive health and sanitation training prior to the reopening. So you should feel very comfortable going in there. And that's King's Fish House, and that's located on Avenida de la Carlota. Then we have Woody's Diner, and again, that's also located on Avenida de la Carlota. And it's open Monday through Sunday from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And they ask that face masks are preferred when you walk in, but then once you are seated, you do not have to wear your face mask. However, their staff will be wearing face masks, so you should feel comfortable there. Okay, Lucille's Smokehouse Barbecue. That is on El Toro Road. And here are some hours for you. Monday through Thursday, 4 to 9 p.m. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. And they do have a limited menu right now, and you can tell that their hours have scaled back a bit too. One other one, we've got Snooty Fox, which is located on Lake Forest Drive. They're open for breakfast and lunch, and they are open from Tuesday through Sunday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. And the last one that we have is BJ's Restaurant and Brew House on El Toro Road. They have some lunch specials, so you can go online and look that up, or you could also call them. And then they're open Monday through Sunday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. So just wanted to tell you about the various restaurants around town. Nice to be able to get out and about. Make sure you wear your mask and wash your hands. I just bring my little hand sanitizer and sit it right on the table so I can constantly use that when I'm at the restaurant. All right, when we come back, we will have the answer to our brain teaser as well as additional information. Stay tuned.
Nothing spoils outdoor fun like a day-biting mosquito. The Aedes mosquito, known as the ankle biter, spreads diseases like Zika, dengue, and yellow fever. These aggressive little buggers need only a cap full of water to breed, so throw away, turn over, empty twice a week, or drill holes in the bottom of any container that holds at least a teaspoon of water. Protect yourself by wearing mosquito repellent and closing all unscreened windows and doors. To report unusual numbers of mosquitoes, call Orange County Mosquito and Vector Control District.
Hey Laguna Woods, it's Ken.
And Lisa.
Did you miss an episode of This Day? Not to worry. Head over to youtube.com and search Village Television.
Here you can find each episode of This Day and other community programs such as Good Day OC, Discovering Laguna Woods, and much more.
Just click the red subscribe button, then click the bell to be emailed every time we upload a video.
Don't miss out.
And subscribe today.
There are many treasures within the walls of Laguna Woods Village. The foundation of Laguna Woods Village is one of them. Nowhere in the nation has a community embraced a commitment to assist its own residents with temporary emergency support. Since 1997, the foundation makes that support available through donations by individuals, clubs, organizations, and bequests. Help the foundation to help the real treasures within the village, our friends and neighbors.
At Freedom Village Assisted Living, we provide loving care and support when your loved one needs it most. We believe in laughing more and caring more. Dining will be an experience, not just a meal. We offer opportunities to create new memories. Your family will feel like they are part of our family as we work toward creating an extraordinary difference in lives worth living. To schedule a tour and complimentary lunch and for more information, please call us at 949-340-8108 or visit our website, freedomvillage.org.
Okay, so you've had some time to think about what the answer is, but read the question one more time. A rebus is a pictogram that represents a word, phrase, or saying. For example, CIII represents C eye to eye. What word or phrase does the following rebus represent? And the answer is operation. So the letters missing spell out operation, but then the letters that are missing spell out pain, P-A-I-N, thus painless operation. Ha ha. That was not as easy as it seems. Okay, just wanted to let you know how to participate in the United meeting that will be following our morning broadcast. And of course, you can only participate while it is going on live. You would not be able to participate during a recording. But nonetheless, to participate in the United meeting live, you can email your questions to meeting@vmsinc.org, or you can phone in your questions to 949-268-2020. Either way, and to be able to log on into the meeting, you can go to lagunawoodsvillage.com/meetings. And again, that will be following our morning broadcast of this day. Okay, let's tell you a little bit about the lawn opening. We mentioned that Monday, June 8th is when it reopened. They do have different hours, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. on weekdays. And then there's a variety of other things that they needed you to do. You're required to make reservations by calling 949-951-3027. And those are in 90-minute increments. So you want to make sure that you definitely, follow those procedures, okay? Then we've got a concert for you. Tuesday, today, there's two different ones. One at 5 p.m. and one at 5:30 p.m. The one at 5 is All In for Chelsea, Will Daly, Chadwick Stokes, Adam Ezra Group, and more. That's on Facebook, and you can type in Calling All Crows. And then for the rock concert at 5:30, that's going to be on Fish, and that's through Facebook, and that's PHISH. And then one other thing I wanted to tell you about is the Segerstrom Center of the Arts. They have what's called Center at Home. And you can just go to their main website, and you could click on videos.scfta.org, or you can go to Facebook, SCFTA. Let's take a look at our weather. It is going to be hot today and tomorrow and cooling through the rest of the week, but nonetheless, put on that sunscreen. Make sure you don't get too hot today. So have a great day in the village, and we'll see you again tomorrow. And don't forget, United is coming right up.
RadNet is the nation's largest outpatient medical imaging network, providing thousands of imaging procedures each day. During this time, RadNet remains committed to serving the needs of our communities. Our radiology centers are open and will remain open to treat patients. Rest assured that RadNet is following CDC protocols and taking every measure to ensure the safety and well-being of our patients and staff.